Gutter Trash is a proud member of the Comics Podcast Network.
And welcome to Gutter Trash, episode 129. My name is Eric.
My name is Jason.
Night and Squire. Who do you want to be?
Oh, can I be the Squire?
Alright.
I always like being second in command.
Right.
You know, there's not enough, there's not so much pressure.
Right.
You get to get mad and like go off on your own and have an adventure and then come back, you know.
And, yeah, that's fun, because then I'll be, in charge, but really I'm just kind of dumb and you're covering for me the entire time.
Yeah. You know,
Works.
Yeah. Wow, I just realized that this is just like Inspector Gadget and Penny.
Yeah. All the great, duos, I think, are that. Watson and Sherlock Holmes.
I think Watson was the brainier one.
I think so.
Really?
At least according to one movie that I've seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Could not tell you the name of that movie right now, though. I think Michael Caine might have been in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Playing Sherlock Holmes?
I think so. If he wasn't, he played Watson.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
I like some Michael Caine.
Michael Caine is pretty good.
Yeah.
Still haven't seen Harry Brown. I've been wanting to see that for a while.
Me neither.
Maybe that'll be my next pick. Maybe that'll be your pick.
Maybe it will be.
I don't know. We'll see.
Tell you what, if you veto my pick, maybe I'll pick that.
Okay.
Because I do have a pick. But I do want to see Harry Brown.
Yeah. How's it going?
Excellente, my friend.
It's good to hear. Yeah.
How about yourself?
Oh, I'm alright.
You know?
Yeah.
You're living that life.
What?
You're living that life. You're out there in the world.
Not really.
No?
No, yeah. I am shut in.
Oh.
Yeah, I am not living a life.
Oh.
I'm not out there anywhere.
Oh.
Other than work and home.
That's so you drive. You drive to work.
I drive to work.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty good. That's out there.
Yeah. If tomorrow my boss gave me the option to work from home, never leaving the house again.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Kind of would. Kind of would.
See,
Yes, it's so pricey.
Well, my work's not far enough away that, like, actually driving there is no problem.
Right.
But I would love to work there after we were closed. Like, if they needed just somebody there for, like, 10 hours to, like,
Organize
stock and order
clean.
Stuff and, right.
Well, I know Jack has no version of cleaning.
Whoa.
I know, I'm sorry.
Where are you? Where do you, I don't know what store you're talking about. Yeah, we clean, once a year, right before Free Comic Day, we vacuum. Just so those people are like, every time we come here, it's always so clean. Because they only come,
That one's,
yeah.
Oh, comic books.
I love them.
Sergio.
I loves them comics.
I like them somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been reading, at least I've read in the past week more comics than I usually have.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from
For the show?
for the show, yeah. I read the first two comics collected in the Essential Moon Knight Volume 1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is that Bill Sienkiewicz?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Because he premiered in Werewolf by Night.
Oh, and it's got those in there?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
He was a very different character.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, no, not very, but, different enough.
Mm-hmm.
Different kind of costume, different origin.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Same secret identity?
Same secret identity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
But he was basically just a guy that was hired to fight Werewolf by Night and capture him.
Really? I didn't know that.
And, he was just given the costume by some sort of weird group.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he was maybe a throwaway character
Maybe.
that they
But, like, Frenchie was there. His French gay sidekick.
I don't remember Frenchie.
Oh, yeah. He's been in most of the incarnations of Moon Knight.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Basically his sort of Alfred type,
Okay.
butler slash confidant slash mechanic.
All right. He does his laundry and gives him advice on the world.
Probably.
Yeah.
But with a really horribly written French accent.
Sweet.
Because that's comics.
Like phonetically.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
cool. I love those. See, I love it when like people can do it right, like when Dave Sim can do it right, and it's amazing. Like
Right.
he writes phonetic accents amazingly, but I also love it whenever they do them so poorly
Right.
that it's just super entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Frenchie.
Both ends of the spectrum.
He's on that other spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then revealed to be gay. Yeah.
In the 70s?
No,
Oh.
in not his most recent series, but the one from like 5 years ago. Yeah.
Huh. They're all they're all gay. All
Yeah.
those superheroes and their sidekicks.
Yep.
They're all coming out, which is good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
They should have a gay superhero parade.
Right.
North Star right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And, I don't know who else. I forget who else. The Young Avengers, right?
There's the Hulkling and, Wiccan. Wiccan is the other guy. Then there's, Midnighter and Apollo.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Classic gay couple.
Yeah. The current question.
Really?
Yeah, she's a lesbian.
Oh, is Batwoman gay
Batwoman.
too? Yeah.
Batwoman. Yeah.
Huh, wow. Yeah.
That may be it.
Yeah. Frank Castle.
Frank
He's not
Castle,
really a
but-
superhero, though.
Yeah.
Him and, what's his name? Micro? Yeah. Had some pretty questionable relations in the back of that van. I don't know.
If the battle vans are rocking, don't come a knocking.
That's right. It's not just his AK-47 that's cocked. Wow. Weird.
Oh, yeah. This is what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did remember one other gay character.
Oh, go for it.
Obsidian from the Justice Society.
I don't know who that is.
It's Golden Age Green Lantern's son.
Yeah, okay.
This guy. It's got the cape. The spandex.
Yeah. I've never read JSA. Ever, I don't believe.
He was formerly Infinity Inc.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I read some of those when I was a kid.
Yeah. Shadow Guy.
Okay. Yeah. Is that in the McFarlane era?
I believe he was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the ones I read.
Yeah. Never read any of those.
I don't
like me some Todd McFarlane.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Doesn't do much anymore. He inks, I think. He inks Haunt.
Does he ink haunt or pencil haunt?
I think he inks
Okay.
it.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think he actually pencils anything anymore.
He should.
He should.
He's amazing.
I stopped buying Haunt, but it was okay when I was reading it.
Yeah,
But,
it was alright.
Yeah.
I read the first story arc and I just kind of gave up.
Yeah. But yeah, I would totally buy something that he fully, penciled and inked himself.
Mm-hmm.
with no hesitation whatsoever.
I still, some of those old like Hulk covers that he did, I still love those.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff.
He's alright. Even liked the early Spawns.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Classics.
Classics indeed.
So what else did you read this week?
That was it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just Knight and Squires and like the two Moon Knight things. Yeah. Oh, I did read the first issue of the new Moon Knight series.
Oh, the
Brian Bendis, Alex Maliev series.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did it did it hold up compared to the essentials that you read?
I mean, technically, I guess it was better.
Mm-hmm.
Technically.
Yeah. Apples and oranges, though?
Yeah, there's that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, the whole, not exactly the same Moon Knight and the Werewolf by Nights. But also, it's still not good.
The new one?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
That's just one issue, right? Maybe it'll...
Maybe.
But,
there was a Moon Knight series that came out like a year and a half ago that I really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I liked it a lot. It had a good creative team with it. Strong storyline. I was looking forward to seeing that go, and it pretty much got canceled. Never announced that it was going to be canceled, but
like a year in, or not even a year in.
Yeah, I think issue 14 was the last one that came out, and then it crossed over with Shadowland, sort of. And then I wasn't reading any of those because I don't support shitty crossovers.
Right.
And it was just over.
Nah, that's a bummer.
Yeah, and it was excellent. It was an excellent series, and then this is not so far. One issue in, not good.
Well, sometimes it's a little rough at the start.
Yeah,
they have to build it up and set it up, and
well, it's like the previous Moon Knight series. They pretty much tried to do away with the whole he's super crazy kind of thing, and sort of set him on a path towards not being super crazy. He was still crazy, just not super crazy.
Right.
Yeah. And with this, Bendis is like, no, he's super duper crazy.
Yeah. Like literally.
Yeah.
Because spoiler, right? He thinks he's
he's all the Avengers.
Yeah. That's what I heard. Yeah, I heard that concept and I was like, that could either be super fun or it could just be awful.
It might be fun. I don't know. Like, we'll give it like another couple issues, I think. But see. Yeah, because I don't know what the tone he's trying to set with this is yet. If he's going for the dark Daredevil kind of thing, or more of the lighthearted Ultimate Spider-Man, or somewhere in between.
Maybe like All-Star Batman sort of atmosphere. Just insano.
No, it's not even. It's definitely not that.
Yeah,
not over the top. Just you're questioning what the fuck is wrong with him.
Right.
Frank Miller.
Yeah, not bad.
Right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'd say 2 issues in. Give it a shot.
Yeah.
See what happens.
I usually go. Yeah, maybe I'll stick around for the first story arc.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll just wait for the trade. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I do like Bendis. I do like Maliev. I do like the Moon Knight.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
It's a recipe for success.
Yeah, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's going to sell well anyway and never be canceled. Unless it was Spider-Woman.
I think we sold out.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign.
Yeah. But none of those are the book we were supposed to be talking about.
No, they are not.
Knight and Squire from the DC Comics.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Cornell, writer. Jimmy Broxton, artist. Yannick Paquette on covers.
Ooh, nice. You went the extra mile. You researched.
I don't actually know how to pronounce his name. Well, that's what it looks like when I read it.
Yeah. Yeah. 6-issue miniseries here.
6-issue miniseries. The British Batman and Robin.
Mm-hmm.
made popular by Grant Morrison, but I think at least the character of the Knight has been around for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What Grant Morrison stuff were they in?
They were in his Batman run, the J.H. Williams storyline in particular.
Okay.
The International Club of Batman, or whatever that was.
I still haven't read that.
Yeah, you should. Then I think they showed up in the Batman and Robin series. They were in I think the JLA classified 3-issue thing that he wrote.
Oh wow. Okay. So they've paid their dues.
Yeah, they've been around.
Oh.
I guess the Knight was created back in the 50s.
Really?
Yeah.
As a Batman spoof?
He was introduced in Batman. He was the British Batman.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess and then the current Knight used to be the Squire. His father was the original Knight.
That's awesome.
Apparently retconned so that the original Knight was actually the Shiny Knight's Squire in World War II.
Wow. Wow. It just gets more epic.
Yeah, yeah. And so now we come to this series.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to keep going.
No.
I thought you were going to say, like, and the staples were all made out of the first suit of armor that the Knight wore in the photo session.
He doesn't really exist.
Wait, what?
Doesn't really exist.
I've met Lou Ferrigno. I know superheroes are real.
Yeah, that's what else I've been doing. Watching old episodes of The Hulk.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, Knight and Squire.
Knight and Squire.
I thought it was fun.
I enjoyed it immensely.
No.
What I enjoyed about it the most was the fact that it was like old comics.
Yeah?
Every issue, except for the last two, was a single issue story.
Yeah. And they sort of kind of had a flow through.
They had a flow, and then they were loosely connected. Connected enough.
Right.
But not enough that, if this was an ongoing series, you could just literally pick up any issue and jump right in.
I agree. That is awesome about that.
Yeah.
It was written kind of like you said, like old style, but it also reminded me, I don't know if I'm just remembering this differently, but it kind of reminds me of, like the Grant Morrison Doom Patrol, like that kind of weird, fun kind of, like where parts of it I'm like, what's going on here? What are they doing? And then you're like, wow, it's just kind of fun and strange.
I would never equate Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol with fun.
Really?
Yeah. His Flux Mentallo, I would. Mm-hmm. Even though that is actually darker. But, yeah, I wouldn't call Doom Patrol fun.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was fun. Maybe it was just fun because it was so strange.
It was definitely strange, and this definitely has a bizarre vibe to it. Mm-hmm. And I love that too.
All right.
But, I think this is a lot more fun than,
Morrison's
take on the Doom Patrol.
There's some darkness in here. There's some, like,
very little.
Some murder and some, heartbreak.
Towards the end. Yeah. But, in the last issue.
Right.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Even though we're not actually saying what it is, but, I think, at the time, I don't know, my take is that, Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol was, just him, doing a shitload of drugs and, he probably was having fun.
Yeah.
But,
the characters weren't.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. There were fun aspects to it, don't get me wrong. Mr. Nobody, Brotherhood of Dada.
Yeah, Danny the Street, all that stuff.
Yeah,
it was just strange and like that's what, I guess I mean more like, it's fun to read because you're like, wow, this is so weird and strange. Not necessarily like you're reading, Gru the Wanderer or something, but,
But I would equate more of that to Knight and Squire.
Yeah.
Because there was humorous aspects to it, and it was just like a sense of wonder and a sense of comedy to it. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite bits is meeting the Knight's butler.
Yeah. The American butler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because Alfred is kind of like the stereotypical British butler.
Right.
So if they had an American butler, he would be this kind of very American person.
Wears a bolo tie. I think he's supposed to speak with some sort of Texas twang.
Right.
Yeah.
He's got a drawl. Yeah. I don't think I've ever read anything else by Paul Cornell, but yeah, he's got a really good, like you said, comedy sense.
Yeah.
But it's also, just like a really well done, like not. It's like a superhero parody, but not so much as like it's making fun of the genre, but it's having fun with the genre.
It's celebrating it.
Yeah.
I think, like all the superhero books that anyone ever reads is American stuff, and I think taking that whole, all the archetypes and then placing them into a setting where, those aren't really existent, to public knowledge anyway.
Right.
I think allows him to, take some of the more fun aspects of it and like celebrate it a little bit.
Just kind of go with it.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, like I just there's a whole lot about this thing to like, and
Jarvis Poker,
the British Joker.
he's amazing.
Yeah,
Like I love the 2-page Jarvis Poker comic in the middle of one of the issues. Oh man, that was hilarious.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just like it kind of reminds me too of how Keith Giffen used to do stuff in Ambush Bug. How it would just be like that 2-page spread. Like all of a sudden you turn the page and it's a different comic, but it's like about one of the characters in the comic. And
right.
It's just very strange and creative.
Very creative. Very with a sort of I don't particularly want to use this, but very Monty Python-ish, kind of sensibilities.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it is British humor.
Yeah,
zany and whatnot.
But at the same time, also one thing that I really like about it is that it's like it's taking like all the fun aspects of like the '60s Batman TV show and sort of placing them in this British setting with these characters and
there's pubs and all the great architecture is drawn in there.
Right. But no, like just the approach to like the villains, the wacky villains and wacky superheroes, that
it's a little the superheroes sidekicks and like smaller characters get a little tickish. Some of them are really strange and over the top.
I think one of my favorite villains, like I think he shows up like twice throughout the whole book, is the organ grinder.
Which one is he?
Yeah, he's the one. I think it's at the second issue where he just shows up in like the town that they live in, and like shows up at the convenience store, and I think it's like the guy. He's got like a belt that's a piano, and like the monkey on his shoulder.
Yeah, okay, I forgot all about him. Wow. Yeah, I read the first 2 issues like a week ago.
So did I.
And then I read the rest of them like yesterday. So,
so did I.
Yeah. Kind of disjointed in my mind.
Right.
What'd you think of the stuff with the painting and the or not the painting, but the old royalty coming back to life?
That was pretty funny.
That reminded me of Grant Morrison stuff too.
Yeah, that a little bit more so. Yeah. I don't entirely know Paul Cornell's background. I know that he wrote Captain Britain and the MI-13 for Marvel, which was a really good series. Definitely not as wacky as this.
That's what I was going to ask, if it had any of his humor in it.
I mean, there were moments, but for the most part, it was pretty straightforward.
Kind of like a Peter David superhero story.
Kind of, yeah. But I want to say that he was a writer on Doctor Who.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
On the television?
I think so, yeah. Can't say for sure.
On the telly, I mean?
On the telly,
Yeah.
on the tube. I think the tube is something different in England.
Oh, is it? Is that like a sex move?
I think it's actually the subway.
Oh.
But the subway is a sex move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just fun. It's just really fun. Like, especially, like, I really like Batman, but I know like I've said before, I've been kind of, like, uninterested in reading Batman stories recently.
Right.
But for some reason, this one was, like, such a different looking take on it that I was excited, and
Right.
I think it paid off.
I think so too. Yeah, like I've been enjoying the Batman books, particularly the Grant Morrison ones, for the past few years, and yeah, this one definitely has more of a sense of fun and excitement to it than those books. But,
Right.
you know.
Plus, it's just a 6-issue series. It's
Right.
not-
Yeah.
Like, the Grant Morrison stuff's kind of daunting. Like, I've been buying them.
Right.
And I think I have all the trades now, but I'm like, wow, I'm going to have to sit down and spend like a weekend reading all those.
Well, he's taking sort of that he's building to something approach, and it just keeps building and building and building. Whereas this is just, 6, pretty much 6 one-shot books,
Yeah.
and
I'm of a simple mind lately.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I'm the kind of dude that just needs 6 one-shot comics
right.
that I can read.
That's understandable.
My brain is deteriorating.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too. Yeah, I mean, it was just a ton of fun to read and enjoyable, and then I like seeing. I mean, Paul Cornell's not an A-list writer at this point. I mean, he's gaining popularity with every project he does, but it's fun to see someone in that sort of middle range, popularity-wise, take on, some characters who really don't have much background or anything to them.
No fan base, really.
Yeah, and then give them, basically life.
Right.
I mean...
I had no idea that they were in anything else. Like, I assumed they were maybe in the Batman Incorporated, which I haven't read yet.
Right.
But I didn't know they had the the history.
Yeah, been around a while. But,
That's awesome.
Morrison's been using them since roughly since his JLA run, on and off.
Wow.
But I think otherwise they're mostly ignored.
Right.
And yeah, there's like no backstory to them other than continuity. And it's kind of fun to think that Paul Cornell has set all this up, and that is who those characters are now until they are ignored after this,
Right.
which they most likely will be.
Probably.
Because I don't know how this series did.
I think we ordered like 10 copies, and I don't think we ever sold out of any of them.
Right.
But that's not terrible. I mean, there's some Batman series we only sell like 10 or 15 of. So,
Right.
So
Yeah, I'm not even just talking like at your store. I'm talking
Right.
like I never read any reviews of this book online anywhere. Nobody ever really talked about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never saw anything about this other than like I know Joe was into it, I think,
Right.
and I didn't even know you had bought them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was buying them as they came out, and I was just waiting until they were over so I could pick it. Because I was like, it looks like something I'd want to read all at once.
I'd been buying them, but I hadn't read them. I was waiting until the last issue came out to read them all, and then you picked it. And, then I didn't have to make excuses not to.
Not to read it?
Yeah,
Okay. Is that what you do with your piles?
essentially.
Oh. That's what we all do.
Yeah.
Such as we have one of our comic files came in yesterday, file number 50, and he's a really good comics buyer. He's been there as long as I can remember, probably since the mid '90s, and he had like 30 titles on his card, and he had this big pile. And he's like, I'm just gonna have to cross all these off. He's like, I got this pile at my house that I still haven't read. He's like, I'll buy what I have here, but he's like, I think I'm just gonna read like 5 books now, and but his picks were pretty good. He like crossed off, a lot of like, I don't know, kind of stuff that I was like, eh. And he kept Walking Dead and Sweet Tooth and The Boys, like some of the more like,
Right.
I don't want to say definitive, but just like they have books that have their own personality.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think everybody's what tangent am I going on?
I don't know.
Yeah. I just say, like, everybody's got those piles, like you're talking about, and I'm glad we got to dig this one out before it
Became
buried.
forgotten.
Yeah. I did want to say, like, Jimmy Broxton, I think he's one of those artists who is solid.
Yeah.
You know, he can tell a story
Yeah.
really well, and, like, there's nothing, like, insanely flashy going on, but, you know, like, he can...
But he also has his own style, too.
Yeah.
I think I would definitely be able to pick out something else that he drew if I saw it.
Yeah. There was elements that reminded me of, like, older Tony Harris, sort of, every once
A
in a while.
little bit, yeah. His cartoonier stuff.
Yeah. But there was one thing that pissed me off about Jimmy Broxton, and I will air my grievance right here.
Okay.
I noticed 2 different times, and I hate this in comics. I hate it. 2 different pages, he reused the same panel, like, more than one time, and would just, like, change something slightly, like, put, like, stuff, like, change the position of the characters or something, but the entire background is drawn the same, like, because I was like, oh, is that one of those? And I'd look really close, and, like, the details are, like, exact, you know?
Right.
Like, and it's not like, you know, the same numbers are on, you know, the clock, but, like, every little shadow is, like, drawn the same way.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, it pisses me off when I see that, because it doesn't take that much longer to draw the same panel twice, the same background.
Yeah, it does.
It's not like, this isn't a Jeff Darrow background. I mean, it's just like, a building and some shadows on it.
I will say this strictly as a person who is lazy.
Yeah.
Who has lost any enjoyment that I would ever have had in drawing comics. That I would totally cheat that way. And totally have. And if I ever do any more comics in the future, will most likely definitely do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's what the computer is there for.
Yeah.
And, you know, but also only if it serves the story.
Well, I wonder, though, like, what does that original page look like? Like, if I would have bought, you know, if you buy that original art page, is there just, like, blankness on the second panel?
Probably that, or like a photocopy of that pasted where that panel is.
Right.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
I can't tell you. Maybe he only works digitally.
Oh. Yeah, possibly.
Maybe he doesn't have original art.
Oh.
I see the second issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe he does one of those, what are those things called? Wacom's tablets or something?
Yeah, could do that. Use a tablet, use a Cintiq.
But otherwise, I really like his solid artwork and storytelling. I just wanted to get that out there.
Yeah, I think he's sharp. You know, I don't think he's ever going to be a comic art superstar, but he's definitely solid. And I got nothing against his art. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, I noticed this when I was reading the book, and I wanted to see if it was not just my copy, but it is on your copy as well. This is something that bothers me. It's something that you actually don't see a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But page 3 of issue 2 is low res.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What? How can you... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, because of the pixelated lines?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Yeah, that's weird. I didn't notice that. Yeah, you can see it on his leg as the organ grinder's walking out.
Yeah.
Huh. You know, I noticed that on, I tried to read that Venom comic that came out recently that Tony Moore drew.
Yeah.
And the copies we had were all, I mean, like, it wasn't like they were damaged somehow, but it just looked like, it was like really low res.
Huh.
And like, the, you know, like the first couple pages were just really, like pixelated, and you couldn't really tell what the detail was supposed to be. And, you know, part of the fun of reading a Tony Moore comic is admiring all the detail.
Right.
And so I gave up on it. So Marvel, you lost a reader because of your low res pixelation.
I can't say anything for sure, but I do know that Tony Moore had pages of Venom #1 stolen before they were printed at all, and all he had left were scans.
Oh. Maybe that explains it.
That may be a reason for that there.
Huh. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody stole page 3 of issue 2 of this too.
Could be.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do with that? Like, because, I mean, if you're a huge Tony Moore fan and you're just going to hang them in your house, because you don't want to get in trouble selling them.
Right.
Like, I can sort of understand it, but at the same time, you're stealing from Tony Moore, so that's not cool if you like him.
Right.
But then if you are just stealing them to resell, obviously you're going to get caught because they're one-of-a-kind things.
Right. People are going to keep a lookout for them on eBay and everything else.
Yeah.
Or, like, dealer rooms. Maybe also they're waiting until, like, people have forgotten that this happened. Who knows? But it's shitty either way.
Right.
Especially, before the book was actually, printed.
Right, yeah. Yeah, because he could have, like,
Not that I'm condoning stealing any artwork.
Right.
But,
at least wait till it's...
Right, yeah.
So the guy doesn't lose his job, like, oh, I get it. The dog ate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same problem Kirkman had with you. You're fired. Oh, what a bunch of boneheads out there.
Yeah. People suck.
But not Jimmy and Paul.
Nope.
They know how to make a good comic.
They are A-okay. And I hope there's a sequel.
Yeah.
I really do.
You'd read a sequel?
I would totally.
I think I would.
Especially if it's in a similar vein.
Same creative team.
Same creative team, one-off issues, every issue, that kind of thing. I enjoyed it a lot. Also, did not realize until I think the second issue that the last page of every issue was an explanation of different Britishisms.
Yeah, that's always helpful whenever, there's like a whole index in the back. Yeah, because it gets really muddled because I didn't even read the last two because it was like, here's the 1,000 characters we created for the series, and I was like, whoa, that's just too much. I don't want to read that.
I skimmed through it, and I saw that they created 88 new characters in the first issue alone.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, there's a superhero/villain truce bar where when you go, you can't fight there.
Yeah.
And, it's just full of characters. And
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool. That kind of reminded me of the Tick, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it just seemed like something from that Ben Edlund world where the heroes and villains would just commingle.
So what we're saying is that we missed the Tick.
We missed the Tick.
Ben Edlund.
We missed Ben Edlund.
Come back. Stop doing whatever you're doing on that Supernatural show. Nobody cares. Those Tick fans, we miss you.
Yeah, we do. And we're also saying don't steal the Regional Network.
And don't do that either.
Shame on you.
Yep.
Sir or madam.
Right. That's it. Yeah, Night Squire. Thumbs up.
Yeah. Way up.
Take a break. Let's do that. Okay.
Reflects in the sky. Warn you, you're gonna die. Storm coming, you better hide. From the atomic tide, flashes in the sky. Turn houses into skies. Turns people into clay. Radiation minds decay. Robot minds of robot slaves, leading to atomic rage. Plastic flowers melting sun, fading moon falls apart.
Hey, welcome back to Gutter Trash.
Word up, yo.
To your mama.
To your mama. My mama's in Puerto Rico right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you think she's doing right now?
Right now? Let's see. I know they leave in the morning, so I'm sure today it was probably more of a make sure everything's packed kind of day, and also just hang out by the pool and the beach kind of day.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I bet my mom, let's see, is getting ready to watch Wheel of Fortune. maybe eat some chocolate candy.
Yeah.
And her recliner,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool too.
Oh, sure.
I mean, it's no Puerto Rican beach.
No.
but, you know.
Yeah. We all have our things to be jealous of,
Yeah.
and I think I can be equally as jealous of
Of both of those.
Puerto Rican beach and recliner Wheel of Fortune. Yeah.
With chocolate.
With chocolate.
Yeah. Don't forget the chocolate.
I
might kind of push it over the top, you know?
Yeah, I'm not a huge chocolate fan.
Yeah, me neither.
I can do without, but been known to watch some Wheel of Fortune.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a good show. I mean, it wouldn't have been around for
Exactly.
6 decades if it
Yeah. Even though I know you have, diatribed against it many a time.
I'm not a fan. Yeah. I was just playing along with how cool my mom's night is.
And hey, NCIS is on later tonight. Maybe
See?
she'll watch that.
She, I think her TV watching nights are Mondays and Thursdays. She watches Mike and Molly, and on Mondays, and she watches Big Bang Theory on Thursday.
That's it?
I think she might watch like 2 shows each night, but I don't know what they are.
Alright. Whatever. I've been staying at my parents' house this past week, so I've been enjoying cable. And when I haven't been enjoying cable, I've just been watching DVDs like I always do when I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Anything that you've just discovered that was amazing on cable?
Discovered?
No, we got to rock out to some metal videos.
Yeah,
that was good.
we did,
But we didn't discover that.
No,
you already
yeah.
knew about that.
yeah. No, I watched a couple episodes of Mythbusters, which I generally tend to catch when I'm staying over there. Found a channel that may or may not exist on regular TV that I need to experiment with when I move back in here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is that where you're watching the Hulk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's some sort of retro television station that was nestled in the cable tier, right in the sort of PBS area,
Okay.
and just before the high definition local channels.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it might be available via antenna.
What all did they run?
I don't know for sure, but I know that 6 p.m. every day they show The Incredible Hulk, the Bill Bixby, Lou Ferrigno show.
It's classic.
Followed by Knight Rider. Wow. And I know when I woke up on Saturday morning, I caught the tail end of a Masters of Universe, the old 80s cartoon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, this station does sound amazing.
Yeah.
This station sounds like it needs to personally call Matt Brassfield to let him know.
I did yesterday. I posted on the facing book because I occasionally do that.
Mm-hmm.
But when I do, I usually try to be weird and or funny, and usually fail at both.
Oh, well, that's good.
But I posted yesterday as I was watching The Incredible Hulk that someone wearing my pants and shoes is watching The Incredible Hulk. And Juliet responded, "Matt stole your clothes."
That's awesome. Our friend Matt does love him some Hulk.
He does.
Yeah, more so than most humans.
Yeah. It can be infectious. I like a Hulk.
Oh, yeah.
Not a huge fan. I mean, he's got a limited amount of stories that you can tell with that
That's the
character.
best word to describe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Peter David tried to, he breathed a little direction and life into it.
Right.
But I mean, because there's only so many Hulk smash stories one person can read.
Right. I almost even, I was just browsing around on Amazon and saw that they have the Incredible Hulk complete series, like all 5 seasons of it, for like $40.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty decent.
Almost made me want to buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's one of those things that after you watched like 5 episodes, you're like, I'm done.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Maybe if you spaced it out.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like treated yourself every Sunday to an episode or something.
Yeah, it is, I'm gonna go ahead and say it probably is the most formulaic TV show that has ever been on.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, he starts out as Bixby. Something happens, he's Hulk, and he saves somebody.
Right.
He leaves that town and wanders away. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
And chased by the reporter.
Yeah.
McGee.
Yeah. Oh, McGee was the name?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
The episode I watched last night was all about him. It was actually pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
So it broke the mold.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Only in so much that it was essentially just a clip show. With sort of the framing sequence of McGee fighting for his job at the newspaper.
Okay. Like it was one of those, like, remember the time?
Yeah. Basically, the plot of the episode was that there was a new owner of the newspaper, and she was going to get rid of all the tabloid type stories that they used to tell. And, of course, the Hulk stories that he was writing were the first to go.
Yeah.
But he insists that the Hulk is real and has to struggle to convince her that the Hulk is an actual thing.
So he's telling her all the past adventures.
Yep,
Oh.
yep.
Does the Hulk eventually show up and, like, reveal himself to the lady?
Essentially.
Yeah.
They track him down. He convinces her to go to the site of a Hulk sighting. And they find him. Then they chase after him. He turns into the Hulk and destroys something and runs away. Without ever once showing Bill Bixby.
Really?
Yeah.
So maybe he was on vacation that
It
week.
was like his day off. Yeah.
They're like, how are we going to do this?
Yeah. That's pretty much all I got.
No.
Other than, I think something happened at Right Pat yesterday that I can't find out anything about.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like an explosion or something?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Didn't know about that.
I was, because my parents live not too far away from where Wright-Patterson Air Force Base is. It was around 9 o'clock last night, and I was watching some Night Court on the DVDs, hanging out with the cat, Max, and drawing. And so my head was down, and all of a sudden I heard like a whistling and then a gigantic explosion. Like if you were right next to like fireworks being set off.
Really?
Yeah. And cat freaked out. I kind of, what the fuck was that? Yeah. Went outside and like as I was walking out onto my parents' patio, the neighbor walked out and he was like, "Hey, Eric, what was that?" It's like, "I don't know." And he was like, "I saw that flash." I was like, "I didn't see a flash, but fucking heard an explosion."
No. Wow.
And there is absolutely no news about it whatsoever.
Huh. That's even more alarming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're like trying to figure out what to tell us that it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little scary. And it's a little, pardon me if I'm, stepping over a boundary here, but it's a little weird that your parents went out of town and then this happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
I hate to throw blame before we know all the evidence has come to light, but
Right.
but I'm starting to think it was them.
Probably was. I guess we'll see what happens when I'm supposed to pick them up at the airport.
Yeah. Yeah. see if just a policeman comes to question you instead of
Right.
like that's the only what was it?
I don't know. There's all sorts of weird things going on right now.
There are.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are.
But maybe also that explosion was had something to do with what's coming up on Saturday.
Oh.
The end of the world.
Oh, is that this Saturday?
That is this Saturday.
Okay.
This is most likely our last podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shoot. I was even going to pick a movie I kind of wanted to see.
Well, just in case the world doesn't end. Just in case. There's a slim possibility.
Oh, there is? Okay, so there's still a...
Yeah, there's like a 10%, maybe 5% chance
Oh, well, that's
the world won't end on Saturday.
Well, that's bigger odds than I expected.
Yeah.
I thought it was like...
So go ahead and pick the movie.
Okay.
We'll just, obviously, dear listener, if you don't get an episode after this, well, it's because the world ended.
Okay.
And both of us will have been raptured.
Okay.
And we won't be podcasting anymore.
Well, that makes sense.
So, but there's always the archives.
Oh, yeah.
Check out the archives.
If you're listening from another planetary...
Right. Or if you're left behind after the rapture.
Ooh, that's too bad. That is too bad.
But hey, 129 episodes of pure entertainment.
Yeah.
That'll get you through until
except for the
return of Christ. Yeah.
Well, yeah, good luck, people.
Yeah.
Hope you go with us. I mean, because we're a family here. We don't want to leave anybody behind.
No.
Yeah,
I certainly would like most of our listeners, in the afterlife with us. And follow us when we start our post-afterlife gutter trash podcast.
Oh, yeah. We probably won't use as many F-bombs.
Probably not, yeah.
I've heard it's frowned upon.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, should I go ahead and pick a movie then? Just in case.
I mean, do you want to get out of here? You've had a busy time since the last time we recorded.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you wanna...
I forget that. I was thinking that we did a podcast after that.
No.
We haven't. Well, yeah, I have to be at work at 8. I don't know what time it is.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Let's see. It is now 7:02. We're good.
Okay.
We're good. I, like your parents, left the country.
Yeah.
For a brief, few days. It was awesome. Went to the Toronto Comic Arts Festival in Toronto, ironically enough.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it was originally in Boise, but they had to move it for some sort of zoning thing. But yeah. But no, it was good. I met some people I've admired for quite some time, including Chris Ware and David Boswell. Those were like my favorite two.
Don't know who that last one is.
David Boswell, Reed Fleming, World's Toughest Milkman. That was I think the first non-Marvel DC superhero book I ever bought. When I was 9 years old, I bought Reed Fleming, World's Toughest Milkman.
Nice.
And I told him that, and he was like, "Wow, 9 years old." He was like, "That might be a little too early to read Reed Fleming's World's Toughest Milkman." And I was like, I'm sure there were some jokes I didn't get, but I was like, I could tell I loved it, and I've loved it for 20 years now, So he was really cool.
Even though you're not 29. I
am not 29. Well, there was that 5-year period where I hated Reed Fleming with a passion. Right. Yeah. I didn't say consecutive years to him. I didn't want to.
Well, that was that time where you were really into like Rob Liefeld and Youngblood.
When I got my Youngblood back tattoo.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I still need to get that removed. Yeah, no, that was really cool. Found some mini comics and things by people I'd never heard of, so that was fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you, thanks for inviting me, again.
Oh, yeah.
That was super awesome.
No problem. No problem.
Did you do anything else? Surely you,
actually, yeah, we did.
You did something other than, just go to the comic book convention.
Well, that's why we were there. So we did spend, pretty much 2 days just going to the comics convention and, reading their comics.
For, almost a week.
We were gone for almost a week. We started to go to,
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. No, I started to say SCTV, but
because really, once you're past the border,
right?
You're home free.
Just go for it. Yeah. Oh, I can't even think of the name of it. What's the comedy troupe? Not SCTV, but in Canada? Second City.
Second City.
We start.
Is the SC stands for?
Is it? Oh, is it? Oh, I'm awesome. I know almost nothing. It's not. It's not the IMDb. It's the internet. It's that movie database on the internet. People always talk about it. I'm gonna look it up on IMDb and see what it is. No, but we started to go there, and it just ended up being like this crazy walk. Like we walked for like half an hour, and then we looked at a map and we were like, we're nowhere near it. So we just decided to wait on that.
Does your lady friend have a fancy phone that has like a GPS on it?
Yeah. But we didn't want to drive there. We were already out walking.
Well, yeah, but use the fancy phone and figure out where you're going.
Oh no, that's the map she looked at.
Oh,
we
okay.
stopped.
All right.
We stopped and looked at her internet map. But yeah. So in Toronto, we mostly just ate food and went to the comic show. But we drove to London, Ontario, and we stayed there for a couple of days too. Sure. After we left Toronto, and that city was awesome. It was like a much smaller Toronto. And it was kind of reminiscent of Dayton. It was kind of dirty and like, just blue collar. But it also had like a lot of diversity and, how like we just have like a couple blocks of awesome stores downtown, like Brown Street or whatever, or Fifth Street. But it was like
I say that you're using those terms loosely.
Awesome.
Yeah. But anyhow,
but I mean, there was like this. We have like a smattering of like cool eclectic shops, but it was like this like whole street of it.
Right.
And we walked down and we found a couple comic shops, and we found the only other comic shop on the face of the planet besides Mavericks that sells sports cards and comics still.
Oh wow.
It was pretty crazy.
Did you form a bond with anyone there?
I did. I talked to the guy and I talked to. I guess he was the owner. He was the guy in charge there. And I was
he was
like,
an old man with a beard and forgetful memory. And
yeah, he was like
picking his scabs.
Yeah, like he had that same scar that Jack has on his right temple, but it was on his left temple. It was really weird. But no, we were talking and I said, yeah, I work at a shop that sells sports cards and comics too. And I said, I didn't think anybody else did, because they just don't sell very well anymore. And he was like, yeah, it's the same way here. Occasionally we'll have a slow day and then we'll sell like $300 worth of sports cards and it'll make up for things. But he said overall, yeah, they're not very big. And I was like, wow, it's the same and even in Ontario. But the coolest part about London, we found the
bridge was falling down.
The bridge was falling down. And my fair lady and I, we found out that Labatt's Brewing Company was there, like the brewery, and we took a tour of Labatt's.
Nice.
It was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. They like walk you through the whole, like I think they have like 4 breweries there, and they walk you through the whole thing, and it took like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and at the end, you get free samples. Yeah.
Yes.
And I mean, they're basically like shot glasses, but we had like 7 shots of beer and like different types, and the lady was really cool.
It's almost a full bottle, right?
Yeah. Plus we're downing them,
Right, yeah.
So, and then they even
been
had
walking for an hour and a half.
Oh yeah, there's no food in our bellies, so we were trashed. But it was really informative, and they even showed us. They had these 2 old trucks that were really cool. They had the 1947 Labatt's delivery truck. And it was like illegal you couldn't have billboards or anything for beer back then. So they just made this giant truck and like they painted Labatt's on the side. And they said even if they didn't have deliveries, they would just send it out all day, every day. Because, gas wasn't $6 a gallon. And so like that drummed up business. But the coolest thing, they had the 1919 Labatt's truck. And that one doesn't run anymore. Like the 47 one, they actually still running around in London sometimes. But it had like these giant rubber tires that are just rubber.
Right.
And it looked like, those old 30s and 40s like Mickey Mouse cartoons when there's a truck like bouncing up and down the street as it drives. Right. It looked just like that.
Nice.
So, and then I was like, wow, this is really fun. But she ended the tour with this story. She was like, oh yeah, we used to even, like, this 1947 truck, whenever they were out and about on deliveries, it was in the job description that Labatt's drivers had to stop and help any stranded motorists, like if their car was tore up, like it was like part of their job, like they had to do it, and like just for advertising, like people were like, wow, the beer truck helped me, and I'm gonna buy their beer. But she said then one day the one of the Labatt's brothers, because I guess there's two brothers that own the company, was out driving the truck, and someone he stopped to help somebody, and the guy kidnapped him and tried to like extort all this money from the Bats, and he had some sort of health condition where he was like, he didn't have his medication, so he was like basically dying right there on in their hands, and they freaked out, and they like just drove him home and like dumped him there, and like, because they knew where he lived, right. And so at least they took him home, but they dumped him there, and then they just left, and they never got any money, and the guy had like these horrible. It's not funny, but I mean, it's just funny that she told us this story last because it was like the lingering thing. But then, like, he never recovered from it, and he had like all these mental problems, and he died a few years later, and like it was just horrible. And she was like, and then that concludes our tour. Thanks for shoving out the bats, and we're like, oh, that was such a downer. But up until then, it was really like it was really cool, and I recommend it if you're ever driving through London, Ontario.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, that was pretty much the whole trip. It was a lot of relaxing, a lot of walking, and a lot of eating.
That's cool.
A lot of comics reading.
Sometimes you need that.
Yeah.
Like I said on the previous episode, I would really like to take a vacation like that someday.
Yeah.
That's cool. You made it back in one piece.
Yep.
You didn't get kidnapped by Canadian terrorists.
No. How cool are Canadian terrorists? Whenever you get sick, they drop you off at your house. It's like, well, can't win them all.
Yeah, but then you go insane and die.
Yeah, that's true. I guess there's always a downside.
So, you didn't see any hockey games or anything?
There was
maple syrup.
I did have some syrup on a pancake, and Kathleen had some gravy on some fries. Nice. And I think there was a hockey game on when we were at one of the restaurants. Yeah. But let's see. Yeah, nothing else. We did hear like 3 A's, like very like, someone's like, oh, it's right down there, eh? Like whenever we'd ask for directions.
Nice.
I was like, yes.
Yeah. You need to hear at least one, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we got 3. It was cool.
You get any boots?
Oh, yeah. All oots everywhere. Oots abound, my brother. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. And we were shocked at how expensive beer was, because we ordered 2 different places. We ordered pints of beer, and and just for a pair of pints, it was like $18. Wow. Because they have like 2 or 3 different taxes on beer there.
Okay.
So yeah, and yeah, the lady said that
isn't it just out of curiosity, the Canadian dollar, isn't it stronger than the American dollar right now?
Yeah, I think it's like they're I forget what it is, like 93 cents converts to $1 or something. It's pretty close. They're a little stronger than we are though. Yeah. But the lady on the beer tour said that out of all the countries in the world, Canada is like, I think she said 15th in consuming beer, and America used to be 14th. Like we were like neck and neck with Canada, but she said in the last few years we've jumped America as number 6 now.
Number 6. Yeah. It's probably due to not having universal health care.
Yeah.
And so we decided just to kill ourselves rather than suffer without medical help.
Exactly. We're just like, fuck it. If we can't afford to fix our internal problems, let's just drink ourselves to an early death.
Yeah. Did you buy any medicines while you were up there? Smuggle them down?
No. I think I bought like a ton of comic books, smuggled them down, but I bought some Jelly Bellies, smuggled them in. some coconut and orange sherbet jelly bellies. But no, yeah. I think Kathleen bought some of those Canadian cigarettes with like the charred lungs in the package. You know, like they have to. I guess it's a law there where they have to show horrible things on the packs of cigarettes.
Oh, okay.
So they can't encourage them to be sold to minors. You know,
Right.
So they always have like pregnant mothers smoking, and it says like "you're killing your cat," or it shows like your lungs full of like tar, or it shows like a close up of someone's teeth. You know, missing their lips. You know, and
Right.
the gums are all like 8 different colors of wrong.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like that.
Those wacky, lovable Canadians. Well, welcome back.
Thank you, sir. It's good to be back. Good to be back.
It's good to have you back. Missed you.
Yeah.
Even kind of missed your lady friend.
Yeah.
I know she doesn't want to be my friend anymore.
Oh, that's not true. That is not true. Well,
Well, like I said, just in case the world doesn't end, we should probably do another episode after this.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe apologize for declaring that the world was going to end.
Yeah.
But,
well, I mean, we didn't create that theory.
No,
We're just passing it along.
Right. Yeah.
People much smarter and more in tune with the world than
Right.
us.
Yeah.
Have come up with that theory. But yeah, okay. Well, there's a movie I wanted to see, barring any vetoes. It's by...
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. You have been publicly called out by Kurt Dins as picking a bunch of pussy movies.
Right.
Is this one of them, or are you going to try to prove him wrong?
I could go either way because I don't know a whole lot about it. I just know a little bit about it.
All right.
And I could see it going either way.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It's not like Rambo, but it's not like Blue Valentine. It's somewhere in between. Which that would make an excellent like amalgam. Like if they could somehow put Rambo, like he's like standing out in front of that store with a boombox or something,
Right.
and that waifish heroin chic girl, and him fall in love and then like deteriorate.
Right.
That'd be a good movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, the guy, I think his name is Jung Ho Bong, I believe, the guy that did The Host.
Okay.
He did a movie like a year ago-ish that I wanted to see, but I never saw.
All right.
It's called Mother,
Okay.
and I was going to pick that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I looked, it does exist on DVD, so hopefully Netflix has it. If not, I'll rent it.
Okay. Sounds all right.
Awesome.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and wrap up. I got a bunch of shit to do. You got to go to work.
Yeah, I gotta go to work. I gotta do them funny book files.
Yeah. And all right. So we'll maybe see you next week.
If not, it's been nice.
It has been nice. Thank you, everyone. For those of you who get raptured along with us, we'll see you in the other world.
Party at our house on Sunday night.
Yeah. For those of you who get left behind, again, check out our archives. There's the second podcast you can listen to, League Night.
Joe will be here doing that by himself.
Yeah, and I've got like 3 months of those ready to go.
Yeah.
So those will take you mostly through the summer.
Partial journey here on Earth. And
Yeah.
your purgatory here.
Yeah. So new episodes of that after the Judgment Day.
Awesome.
And, but again, if I'm wrong, then we'll be back with Mother next week.
Sweet.
All right.
Looking forward to either one of those things.
All right. Goodbye. You can subscribe to Gutter Trash at iTunes or directly at guttertrash.net. If you go to iTunes, please leave us a review. You can email us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. For more info, you can find us on Facebook. or you can go to seanborn.net or buyerbeware.guttertrash.net. Listen to our sister podcast, League Night, at league.guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening. Until next time.